Since January of last year, Steve on Your Side has put more than $880,000 back into consumer pockets through our reporting on 9 News. You go. And now you can go more in depth with Steve on Your Side with our weekly show on 9 News Plus.
A new episode airs tonight after next only on 9 News Plus, which is free for Apple TV, Roku, and Fire TV, and available wherever you stream. 9 News consumer investigator Steve Steger is here to talk a bit more about the show. Steve, you're actually covering a different topic each week. This week's is pretty fascinating.
Yeah, and we're going in depth on all the topics that we cover that you see on 9 News as we cover these things. But the nice thing about 9 News Plus is it gives us a ton of time, bless you, Jordan.
Thank you.
It gives us a ton of time to kind of go in depth on what we're covering. And this week, we're actually looking into cryptocurrency ATMs, which was something that I hadn't heard about until we did a story about a woman who had her computer locked down. She gets on the phone with who she thinks is Microsoft customer support, who then transfers her to her bank, who says, all of your accounts have been compromised. The only way to keep your money safe, don't worry, we've set up a system for you. You just need to follow this map and go to this spot where you can put your money safely into this machine and it'll go into a safe account. It's a cryptocurrency ATM. It's in the middle of a liquor store.
Oh boy.
She's like slowly feeding money into it. I had never heard about that before.
Right.
Come to find out from law enforcement, it's becoming kind of the newest trend in scams. And a lot of people are putting their money into these things. And so on 9 News Plus, we go very much in depth. We're talking about some of the legislative fixes right now that the legislature basically wants to put some guardrails on these machines. They want to limit how much you can put into them. They want to make sure that consumers can get their money back if they've never put money into a machine before. So we go way in depth, including a lot of testimony from the Capitol on 9 News Plus.
Well, I think that's what's so interesting about this show that's streaming, because so many people often ask, how do you get the news on TV? How do you decide? Like, what is the process like? And you are really showing them in real time, like you guys driving there, talking about how the story is going to work out.
This story where we're looking at right now, that's producer Anna Hewson, who works with me every day on every Steve on Your Side story. So we've gotten into that consumer space. We did an entire day where we went around shopping for eggs when everybody was starting to complain about egg prices. And we were finding fluctuations all over the place. And so we did a quick story on 9 News. But the show goes in depth and goes on our entire journey, which is kind of fun to see it along the way and what we're bumping into. Little odd conversations that the two of us have about, like, hey, what was the sales tax on this? Let's try to figure that out.
You mentioned that you had never heard of crypto ATMs before. Me neither, to be entirely honest with you. Have you learned just so much from trying to dive into some of these topics that you never thought you would even touch?
So much. I've become an expert on parking enforcement.
Yeah, you have.
I've done 3 stories on this company that has cameras inside private parking lots. We have a whole show on that on 9 News Plus right now. A lot of people get the tickets from parking revenue recovery services. I now oddly know how all of their systems work. So people email me now and I can say, like, oh, I bet you, like, were you like 5 minutes, 10 minutes over? Yeah, the thing scans your license plate. We can explain that. And then I kind of can talk people through how to dispute these tickets. There's a whole show on that on 9 News Plus.
Well, you had a great story, I think it was this week. The lady, she had a great sense of humor about the situation. I think it was her brother-in-law.
Who had passed away.
Car registration hadn't been changed.
Oh, she was really funny.
Yeah, so that's what I love so much about this, is you really get to dive deep, because we only have so much time
We're actually,
on the news.
I think we're going out to finish up a show on the toll tickets, because we've covered those before. You know, in 9 months, the first records request we did on that, we figured out the state had written like $40 million in those $75 tickets that you get for crossing the white line. We now know how that system works a little bit more. We know how the process is for disputing them. We're going to work on a show on that.
All right, real fast, Steve, how can people watch your show?
So tonight, the new episode airs on the 24/7 stream on 9 News Plus, so you just log in, it'll be right there. But if you want to catch up on some of the old shows, I shot this really rudimentary video of my TV. You go to news, you go to news, and you scroll down in the 9 Plus Originals channel there. You can go back and you can watch old episodes of the show. We did an entire show on MV Realty, which was a company we've profiled, an entire show there on bank fraud and what to do if you get stuck and your bank is saying that they're not going to accept your dispute. So
it's so great, and word's getting around, because I know that they're calling me like, I heard about Steve on Your Side, help me out, I've got a situation.
We get a lot of tips every day. Try to respond to everybody. It's tough.
You're busy.
Yeah.
Steve, thank you.
Let's get a check your forecast now, Chris.
Yeah, this work Steve's doing, making lives better. Isn't that what we're all here for at the end of the day?